You know, there are certain SMGs I assign to players. Glade is the UMP, Simple is the MP7.
P90R?
Yeah, or the Bison.
Gets them both. Two, doesn't it?
Gets them both, yeah. Pretty suitable. And then the Mac 10 Apex. Flashed up top B now. Nip get that control.
Actually, or like maybe Alexi.
Sure.
Could be another one. And they're voting this game.
Well, we already had Apex take down the opposing captain last round. But he's going to get left to the wayside this time. B is not the object of Nip's desires. Long smoke. And Zai Wu. He's here. He's ready.
Are they ready to contest with the AWP? That's the big question.
Very early in the half.
So we're going to reposition, tuck himself in at the site. It's only the leg. He needed that to be a kill. Spinks down in the pit, getting pressured, run out by Hedrick, and he will flush him out. 1 HP for Brolin. And the thing that's so heartbreaking about that is, you know, the number at the top of your screen, not the scoreboard, but like the way if you were playing the number at the top of your screen where you would see like, oh, it's a 2v3, that kind of decides the outcome right now of this round. If this were the 2v2, I think Vitality would have been a lot more interested in giving this one a look in.
And Apex's nade, throw it over the top of the site because it was Brolin who's planting, and suddenly you have a kill and you have a reason to go for it. But they're playing the smart game, they're playing the long game, and they have a bit of money left up for later. So Nip back-to-back A hits and they connect. So even exits for Apex, he can upgrade.
Still a ways to go before NIP get back into this, but as far as like initial eye tests go, this is a nice little stumbling back to your feet, isn't it, right? These two saved guns will facilitate another investment to come through the pipeline for Vitality. NIP are just one round away, though, from breaking these CT bank accounts. And suddenly, this is a far closer game than you would have expected coming into this second half.
Pause as well before things get out of control, because, you know, we've been framing this as Vitality in full control, and they have been, but now with a couple of gun rounds going the way of Nip and the chance to break the cache for good, this can close up very quickly. Sonic getting some words of wisdom in. Meanwhile, over on the B stream, very close game between FaZe and Spirit. FaZe dominated that first map of Ancient, but now it's getting a little bit tighter. Spirit do love some nuke, the Chopper classic. We got some banging games now, of course, as we enter the groups. And they're going to keep on rolling. OG Mao's up next on the A stream as well. And even IHG taking on Liquid later this evening. It's good to be back in the season, Harry. Abs pop for Nip. Seems like they're just going to do it out the gates. Brolin's tasked with getting that flash over the top. Just get smoked though, so that will change everything for Nip. They don't want to go completely blind into the site. Brolin retakes Banana instead. Dupree even checks mid, sees nothing, but that's almost misinformation here for Vitality because 4 players of Nip around the corner. A resmoke is nice.
Gonna keep them at bay, right? Give Spinks the timing to get up onto the balcony as well. He's even readjusting his seat in position. It's kind of a ballsy time to do it, but I like this.
Oh, there's going to be some turbulence.
This is the A play, though. How much is guaranteed? And Vitality have gone for the triple B lean, so the entirety of this round, the entirety of this defense rests on the shoulders of these two players. Zai Wu loses the first fight, and Spinks can't do anything else about it. They've run down A. Nip move in, and Vitality are left saving. Once again, it's another round on the board for Nip. This comeback starting to take shape here as they find 3 in a row on the T side. And as mentioned, there were going to be economic woes eventually ticking over for Team Vitality. Even with this save, it's kind of dubious to investigate. You would have 4 rifles if you have Apex drop one over.
Yeah, no orb though, and no chock load
Yeah,
of utility.
you almost feel like eventually, right, you kind of just have to bite the bullet, right, and stop throwing the guns out, just see what you can accomplish with these 3 saved ones.
I wouldn't be surprised if Apex just calls for one more buy just in case while they have the lead before NiP establish that money of their own, but ultimately I wouldn't say there's necessarily a wrong call right now. They're not in the danger zone just yet. And if Magisk wants to have no util, he can also arm the 5th player. So they can have 5 M4s, but of course there's always a concession, isn't there? Bit of target practice while Vitality safe. But NiP are doing it, man. This is a couple of 3 gun rounds on A in a row. These are solid rounds out of NiP. Just nice and concise. They will take the eco. I like the call for Vitality. Not overplaying their hand. And it means they can also play their rifles together. Ooh, Apex makes his work. And now this is excellent. He's arming his team. He even gets the AK out of there. If we can get a quick rotate from ZywOo, he can grab this gun.
Back in.
I know, this is very ballsy. Take the 5v4. Give ZywOo a gun. Suddenly you're cooking.
Oh, hold up. Let him cook. Magisk going in. Oh, helped out by ZywOo. Gonna keep this in the advantage of Vitality. That was the bomb as well, dropped out in the open. So right now, Vitality know what's happening in this round. They know the nature of it. Bit more damage out of ZywOo. Has to be careful here. Apex dead, melted at the back of the site. So ZywOo's feeling a lot of responsibility. Headtrick will get that trade, a 2v2. Bomb dropped in the open, but they're able to retrieve it. Feeling the pressure yet, but it's about to be applied. Spinks and dupreeh are both here. dupreeh coming up banana. Spinks back in the ruins. Deagle might want to make contact first. Try and set up dupreeh to accomplish something here on this wrap round. He's got a long sight line and a player with a back turned at the coffins. Rez is on the other side, and that spam connects. Rez never to see the light of day. It's Headtrick left in this one all alone. Clean flick back to banana, but he can't seal the deal on the round. The 1v1 comes up in favor of Vitality, and they do it with just the hero guns, a partial buy around them. They find a 12th. They put a stop to the streak of NIP.
Oh, I thought surely that was Headtrick's round, dude. That's the firepower addition of Spinks that we needed. What a 1v1 to close. He was not favored there. Even though he had Headtrick trapped, he was so low. One bullet would have done it. And my goodness, Spinks just crouch peeks and closes. Very nice round win out of Vitality. And again, it was Apex with the opening kill, getting that gun out of there, and then setting back up. Vitality win a round they shouldn't. Right as NiP were picking up steam. Meanwhile, while this game is undecided on the B stream, it's looking pretty donezo. FaZe are ready to end it, and they've 2-0 Team Spirit at the same time. Vitality are looking for just as much. A good start to the tournament for FaZe. Currently upset 3 on day 1 of the groups. Headtrick T-side orb can afford NiP to play a bit of a slower rifle round. Comparatively, these rounds have been a lot slower for NiP than Vitality's quick rushes towards the B site often. A lot of them off the back of finding an opening kill. NiP need the same. They're set up very deep right now. Config has a nice angle on apps. He's even going to get a cart smoke as well, but Vitality will respond. Go right back to B. Try and put this orb in the power position. Vitality lose info at A. They're trying desperately to keep them 3 strong, and they've done well. It's forced dupreeh into the bomb site with ZywOo trading out. So rotates will be late as the execute comes in.
Yeah, just a pop flash to send them through, but a kill for both the B-site defenders. Config getting activated over in top mid, does best ZywOo, but isn't going to be in a spot to stop these rotates to play into the round. Instead, he's on for a long rotate.
He's going back to mid.
15 seconds, look like it might just be the save call. Config popping heads.
Doesn't matter.
But it's not a route to a win. This one is decided. That B hold stands its ground, and that's a nice feeling for Vitality. This B lean, you know, they've been playing triple B a lot. It started to feel like a bit of a vulnerability, leaving that A site a little lackluster. And that was getting exploited from Nip in the kind of ebb and flow of this game. Then we've seen them go back into some of these B takes, occasionally even getting past triple B holds. But now Magisk and Apex, they step up, they hold the line, they put a stop to Nip in that one there. Vitality, pole position, 13 rounds to their name, and a broken economy for Nip. Not a lot to work with.
Yeah, it seems like Config has just kind of been put in a lot of Hampus' spots, playing a lot of lurky roles on T-side. He was doing the same on T-side Mirage as well. We think about those like late B attacks while his team are running AXX here as well, solo A, while they're going for a B play. But, it's always awkward when you're on that T-lurk and your team just get eviscerated. He started running back, but I think someone had already called the save call, and so they couldn't get that bomb back in time. He just goes for kills. Bit of damage, few stats to pad, but ultimately Vitality shut down the B execute. Magisk and Apex hold strong. And now we're running out of rounds, running out of funds for NIP. Oh, they're even getting cocky on Vitality, sending it down mid, and a free kill and escape. ZywOo will miss his chance to get a second, but a 5v4 is beautiful, and ZywOo still wants more. Oh, they heard it! They called it a head trick. He just dodged death. Alexi fighting for it still, but somehow Apex takes out res, and Spinks even goes a one step further. They are relentless on Vitality in this round, and a 4v2, even removing the AWP from middle. Spinks, oh, he will die to a Mach 10 at range, but Vitality is still sitting pretty.
That is a beautiful little aggro round out of Vitality, though. Everything about it, just kind of the trades of contact, different players fighting from different aggro angles. You never knew where to look if you were NIP, and you just got bogged down in middle, getting pressured from left and right. Everywhere, every time you adjusted, there was a new player fighting you.
And it catches them off guard, because we've seen a pretty respectful CT side, right? Like, other than like Apex going banana, getting an opening kill and falling back into B, that's really all we've seen in terms of aggro from Vitality. No apps plays, not even mid-fighting. They've given away brackets most of these rounds. So as soon as Nip come in with a play to a very important gun round, Vitality just disrupt it. And yeah, this is the disruptor on your screens. How are you supposed to stop him? 14-9. And that brief glimmer of hope for Nip with 3 A executes that worked well. But even ZywOo missing shots, and all of his rifling friends come up with the goods. Must hurt to be Nip in this game right now.
Yeah, really bringing him back down to earth.
Okay, I like the change. Why not?
ZywOo, clapping cheeks, out with the swing. And I mean, much like Earth to Uranus, this is an entirely different atmosphere between these two squads right now. Spinks over on the balcony. Apex fighting from long. Everyone wanting to be involved here for Vitality. Everyone wanting their piece of the pie.
Oh, he's on a different planet, all right.
Serious, legwork they've had to put in. They've got to show some results. It's got to show some promise. There's also, the major happening in the home country of the organization, and for 2 of these players, there is a lot riding on 2023, and so they wanted to have their heads held high.
And how long have they been trying to not just do that, but also build not just a French-only squad, but at one point it was Apex and ZywOo, the 2 remaining players from the initial Vitality roster all the way back in 2018, right? Still here, still with a dream of taking trophies and titles. Spinks finds Config on the A site. And there's re-aggression at B. Vitality do not respect Nip, and knife out. Caught is Brolin. He just pulled his gun, but too little and too late in this map and in this series for NIP. Vitality have come to play today, and it has been a joy watching them on the server.
Yeah, you really hope that these sorts of performances can be kept up, right? This is the Vitality we're going to get to see for a long while. Rez!